believe it or not, even though they're pretty close to the same age, Huke is Shotzzy's godfather. Huke, fresh off a Halo, being a world champion, doing all that stuff. How was he going to get into Call of Duty other than Huke? And his path would have been way different. May not have even ended up with like the 2 world championships. He had definitely would have gone the Empire one if Huke didn't. If Huke was the person that put him on. So for those of you who don't know, Envy, the org that just came back, formerly known as Dallas Empire in the CDL, Huke was their franchise player. Huke was the guy that Hastro never wanted to drop. He was like untouchable. He had the keys to the castle. He was the guy. Even when Huke stopped playing COD, like Hastro put him on the MB team in Halo. He always wanted to keep Huke. He saw so much in Huke. Huke was his star player. Always had the keys to the castle, Huke. And then when it went into the MW 2019 season, he could have probably had the pick of the litter with all these options, but he chose his friend Shotzzy, fresh off a Halo with no name in Call of Duty at all. Not only took a shot on him and vouched for him to get him on that team, but you got to think, a young Huke. How old is Huke? He's like 24, 25. About 19 or 20-year-old Huke. He took an $100,000 plus pay cut or just sacrifice $100,000 plus to get Shotzzy on the team. Can you imagine that? A 19 or 20-year-old turning down 100 plus K just to get their friend into the league on their team. Granted, I mean, it turned out being a great investment because not only did you turn that 100,000, you also made that money back with all the earnings of Empire like that year in MW19. But how many people do you know would choose like that money over like the a very selfless kind act from Huke? I mean, that just shows you how much he believed in Shotzzy, gave him the shot, knew he would be a very good Call of Duty player, and now we all know that the player that Shotzzy is today. And it goes to the point where I was gonna make where how many players do you know, like the Zumas? I can't even think of like the other people who have like notable codfathers, but everyone's got a codfather. How many people do you know did their codfather dirty? And not only dirty, not only your codfather, but a very close friend, probably one of your best friends, who knows, did him dirty, not just once, not just twice, but 3 different times.